Hey gamers, JRenzo10 here. Today I'm doing my next morality ranking video, this time with villains from the Mega Man series of games. Just for fun, I'm also including villains from the spin-off Mega Man X series. Due to this being a villains only list, I'm ranking them from the least evil to the most evil, which you probably know from the thumbnail and or title. The rules are pretty similar to that of the previous video, so let's get them out of the way. Rule number 1, the character must appear as a boss or major antagonist in a mainline game to be on this list. This means no robot masters unless they have a major role in multiple games. Next, they have to be able to think on some level. For example, Cutman could be on this list, but not the Yellow Devil, because it is never seen making its own decisions, except in the non-canon Mega Man Powered Up. Finally, no crossover or comics-only characters. I'm not including Sonic just because of Worlds Collide, and I'm not including Xander Payne because he has a major role in the comics. Also, spoiler warning for literally the entirety of the two series. Just a warning, this video contains multiple references to games rated everyone 10 plus and teen by the ESRB. If you're not allowed to play teen-rated games, you're not allowed to watch this video. With that out of the way, let's get into the ranking. For the least evil villain, in my opinion, I present Blues, known outside of Japan as Protoman. Really, this was an easy pick. Blues' status as a villain is questionable at best. Most of the battles you fight against him in the series are just training, and in Mega Man 5, he is framed by Darkman, a fake Protoman made by Dr. Wily. He's also helped save a large group of people, or even the world, on many occasions, such as in Mega Man 3, where he saved Mega Man from the exploding castle. He even tries to save Wily's life once, which shows how forgiving he is. The only reason he's even on this list is when he attacks Mega Man for real towards the beginning of Mega Man 3. The second least evil was a bit harder to choose, but I went with Dr. Doppler. Yes, that's his full name. In Mega Man X3, his only canon appearance, he is infected by the Maverick virus and tries to take over the city because of it. It wasn't his choice. Prior to the infection, he was trying to make a vaccine for it, and after he was cured, he tried to destroy Sigma in his final moments. Sadly, he died in the process, and as we all know, Sigma refuses to die. For the third least evil, we have another villain who died trying to do something good. In this case, it's Ballade from Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy. The reason he's below Blues and Doppler is simple. He was actually trying to kill Mega Man before his change of heart. In this case, he actually chose to do this. We know he has free will because we see him disobey Wily in the end. However, I can't put him any lower because he allows himself to be destroyed to destroy Wily's space station. Next is a tie between Iris and Colonel, the Repliforce members from Mega Man X4. Iris is Zero and X's navigator in Extreme 2 and a supporting character in X4. Colonel is Iris's twin brother, who is an antagonist exclusively in X4. Mega Man X4 is mostly about the misunderstanding between Repliforce and the Maverick Hunters, all staged by Sigma. Colonel doesn't want to let Repliforce down by surrendering, and Iris doesn't want Colonel to fight Zero. However, Zero is later forced to destroy Colonel, angering Iris and starting a battle against her. In the end, both of them tragically die. I can't really call them true villains because they're not trying to hurt anyone. For the fifth least evil villain, we have Dr. Cossack. Technically he has a full name, but it takes way too long to say. If you want to see it, here's some edited in text. Anyway, Dr. Cossack is the fake villain of Mega Man 4. Yeah, that's kind of a trend for the Mega Man franchise as a whole. Dr. Cossack tries to destroy Mega Man with 8 robot masters he built himself. However, after the final battle with him, it's revealed that Dr. Wily was the villain all along. Wow, what a surprise that I never saw coming. Anyway, it turns out Dr. Wily kidnapped Kalinka, who is Dr. Cossack's daughter, and held her hostage until Dr. Cossack built the robots for him. So all in all, he doesn't really want to hurt anyone, he just wants to keep his daughter safe. He even helps out the good guys later in the series. Next is a lesser-known antagonist, Techno from Mega Man Xtreme. Techno is the twin brother of Midi, and he was forced by Sigma to hack the mother computer and bring a bunch of previously defeated Mavericks back to life. In the end, he lets himself die so the mother computer's hacking would be undone. Due to this act of self-sacrifice, I have to give him this spot so high up. For the next spot, I present Sigma, main antagonist of the Mega Man X series. Wait, don't unsubscribe yet, I can explain. Although he acts like a sadistic and evil maniac that deserves the Silver Medal of Evil throughout the series, he did not choose to be that way. During his encounter with Zero before the events of Mega Man X1, he is nearly defeated, but Zero is suddenly weakened by a signal indirectly from Dr. Wily. Sigma seizes the moment to defeat the evil red Reploid, but when he cracks Zero's forehead crystal, it releases the Maverick virus, making Sigma slowly grow more insane and evil. Eventually, it escalates to Sigma trying to destroy all humanity, killing anyone who gets in his way. However, prior to this, he was a true hero, and he didn't choose to become evil. God, I can't speak English today. Next are Forte and Gospel, known outside of Japan as bass and treble, respectively. Forte and Gospel are rivals of Rockman or Mega Man and Rush, intending to destroy them and become the strongest robots of all. However, Forte and Gospel have never succeeded in their plans. Although it's never their intention, Forte and Gospel have helped save the world a few times, and Mega Man sees the good in them. However, due to their, mostly Forte's, obsession with destroying Mega Man, I can't rank them too high. Next is the one-off antagonist of Mega Man and Bass, King. His intentions are supposedly to take over the world and end humanity. However, he's actually just a distraction to help Dr. Wily take over the world. Surprise, surprise. In the end, he redeems himself and hopes he can return as a friend. Yeah, that never happened. Approaching the middle of the list, I ranked the Robot Master bosses together. Although they have different personalities, they all have one thing in common. They're not willingly trying to take over the world. They've all been created or reprogrammed by Dr. Wily, and don't really have a say in the matter. Essentially, they're just tools in Dr. Wily's quest. Next is Reggae, the robot stork that really doesn't do much. Reggae is mostly just an annoyance, except in the few games where he's a shop owner who gives you items for a price. Due to his lack of major appearances, I can't rank Reggae too high or too low. Entering the top 10 most evil, we have Byte and Byte from Mega Man X3. Byte and Byte are two members of the Nightmare Police that work with Dr. Doppler and Vile, who I'll get to later, to try and kill X. What sets them apart from those above them is that they're doing this on their own accord. Sure, they're just following orders, but they're not infected by any viruses and they have free will, unlike the Robot Masters. However, due to their sense of honor, I can't rank them lower. From one member of a nightmare group to another, next is Gate from Mega Man X6. You may be screaming, but Gate got the Maverick virus, so he didn't choose to do bad things. I, however, disagree. Even before his infection, Gate was a bit shady. His goal is to create the ultimate Reploid, and he wants to rule the world as a little side project. Many of his methods were very illegal as well. Due to all of this, I have to put Gate this low. After Gate is an evil trio, those being the X-Hunters. The X-Hunters are one-off villains from Mega Man X2. This group consists of Agile, the agile one, Violin, the violent one, and Surges, who is definitely not Dr. Wily's spirit inside a robot body. Due to only appearing in Mega Man X2 and really not having fleshed out personalities, it was a bit hard to rank them, but I think their actions get them this spot. So first they resurrected Sigma and gave him a new body. Then they took Zero's dead body from his death in Mega Man X1 and challenged X to a duel over said dead body. If X beats them and gets all the parts of the dead body, they build a shoddy replica of Zero who is easily destroyed. However, if X does not beat them all, they steal back any parts X had and rebuild Zero as a villain. They even taunt X with his friend's new lack of a soul. I think that this might maybe give them this spot a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. Continuing with the theme of Mega Man X villains who don't appear often, I present Dynamo. Dynamo is the cool-headed bounty hunter who appears as an enemy in Mega Man X5 and X6. His goal in X5 is to spread the Maverick virus throughout the entire space colony of Eurasia and Earth alike. However, in this game, he's only doing it because Sigma is paying him. In X6, he is working alone to see if he can benefit off of the Nightmare virus. He's considerably smarter than many other villains, considering he always runs away when in a critical state, rather than blindly continuing to fight. He also seems to enjoy causing chaos and destruction. However, since he only appears in these 2 games, and he doesn't really do too much damage in the end, I can't put him lower. Just barely outside the top 5 most evil is Dr. Dr. Albert Wily. It's pretty self-explanatory why he's here. He's been plotting to take over the Earth and destroy Dr. Light since 1987, or should I say 20XX. At his best point, he's helping to defeat and planning to double-cross Dr. Light again once the threat is gone. At his worst, he's creating the ultimate killing machine, Zero, to kill Dr. Light and destroy everything he stands for. Fortunately, none of that works out. So that begs the question, who's more evil than Wily? This brings us to the top 5 most evil, which mostly consists of Mega Man X villains. The first of these is Berkana from Mega Man Xtreme 2. Berkana is the leader of the Soul Erasers, which should be pretty self-explanatory. She steals Reploid's DNA souls to experiment on them. She really doesn't care about anyone but herself. Her only goal is to wipe the souls of and experiment on other Reploids. She's not even trying to get anything out of it but enjoyment. Since she ends so many lives in that one game for no real reason, I have to put her very low. Just next to the podium of evil is Double. This is where the big spoilers start. Basically, Double is called Double because he's a double agent. In a way, he's kind of a triple agent. He's a lot like Dynamo in that he has no loyalty to anyone but himself. He also enjoys causing pain, death, and destruction. What puts him so low is that his similarity to Dynamo's bad qualities are amplified. Double is completely insane and thrives off chaos, a running theme for characters on the evil ends of my morality ranking lists. In my opinion, only 3 other villains surpass his levels of evil. The bronze medal of evil has to belong to Vile. Why is he low? He's not even the main villain of any games, you may be saying. Well, here's his personality, summed up in 3 words. Ruthless, crazy, and destructive. Basically, think Double, but even worse, and he comes back twice in just the mainline series. This doesn't even include comics, spin-offs, crossovers, etc. His only goal is to destroy Mega Man X while causing as much destruction as possible. I know my description makes him sound like pure evil. Well, he kinda is. But that begs the question, which 2 characters are worse? The silver medal of evil goes to Luminae, the plot twist villain of Mega Man X8, whose final form looks like an angel for some reason, despite his soul being that of a demon. Luminae is one of the first new generation Reploids. Keep that in mind as I explain the rest of his story. Luminae pretends to have either been manipulated by Sigma or infected by the Maverick virus, keyword pretends, before revealing that he was the one manipulating Sigma all along, or at least throughout that game, because he didn't exist until after X7. Anyway, after X and company defeat Sigma, Luminae promptly kills Sigma, possibly permanently, and attempts to kill all life forms and old Reploids because they're imperfect or something. And no, he's not under the influence of any evil source. New generation Reploids can't be infected by any virus unless they let it in themselves. So either he let it in to increase his power and insanity, or he pretended to let it in as an excuse for ending humanity. I think this might explain why he's here a little bit. And now, for the most evil villain in the Classic or X Mega Man subseries, the gold medal of evil, without a shadow of a doubt, goes to the Metal. I'm just kidding. It goes to Rahmoon from the Japan-only interactive movie Super Adventure Rockman. If you don't know who Rahmoon is, I don't blame you. It only appears in a few of the comics and in one of the games, but it 100% deserves this spot. Rahmoon crashes on Earth 20,000 years before the events of the series, and apparently it's the source of all conflict, anger, and hatred in the universe. There's no reason it did this either. It just wanted to cause havoc, due to have indirectly caused every single war or tragedy that occurs in this entire timeline. I think Rahmoon deserves the gold medal. Well, folks, that was the video. Remember to shoot that like button and use a charge shot on the subscribe button. If you disagree with my rankings, then dash on over to the comment section and have a great day.